Well, if you think about it, Todoroki really is the Rebis. Like I said, the Rebis is the masterwork. It's the magnum opus. It is the experiment perfected. And that's like literally the entire reason Todoroki was born. The Red King was trying to create the perfect heir with the White Queen. And while Todoroki has many siblings, he is the perfected product as symbolized by his half and half hair. And on a similar note, Uta from One Piece film Red is also a symbol of the Rebis. Very minor spoilers, but while Uta isn't necessarily a combination of two forces, the movie is about like her perfect song that creates a perfect world. It's about her masterpiece. I'm curious to know if you guys can think of any other examples of the Rebis as a character. Leave them down in the comments below. Oh man, I'm so glad you asked, because Voltorb isn't necessarily a Rebis, but the Pokemon Master is. So go back and watch the last couple of videos if you need to catch up, but we talk about the Rebis and how it is the alchemical masterwork, also known as the magnum opus. But I didn't tell you that it has a third, even more common name, the Philosopher's Stone. Just like the Rebis, the Philosopher's Stone is a masterwork that contains the progenitive power of duality. That duality, of course, being represented by white and red color symbolism. Now, obviously, these are both theoretical achievements because the good work is never done, but there is one major difference between the two. The Rebis is a more philosophical undertaking about mastering self, whereas the Philosopher's Stone is a more literal description of the idea. If the Rebis is the perfect magician, then the Philosopher's Stone is the perfect magic. An analog of sorts, as above, so below, and all that. So what am I getting at? Basically, I think the Pokeball is a Philosopher's Stone. It contains a magical creature with supernatural abilities that you, as the magician, are tasked with training into perfection. It's kind of like turning coal into diamonds, but instead of intense heat and pressure, it's battling other Pokemon and experience points. To catch and train all the Pokemon would be to conquer the world, and the world is an analog for self, so to become the Pokemon Master would be to become the Rebis. That's my hot take on Pokemon, but to be fair, the franchise is built around unnecessary expressions of duality.